I feel like, I feel like we've been picking winners, and they get up, and then it's just like, just hold for a little bit longer, and they can't do it. I mean, besides a few that just like get down early or just not even, but I feel like all of them are right there, and you either go either way, and it's just we're not getting that our way yet.
Right, yeah. So yesterday, I got say I had 4 tennis bets. Yeah, no, it was a solid day for me. I hit 4-0 on tennis, or 3-0 on tennis. My bad. 5-0 total. So, I mean, yeah, man, I'm not complaining. I got a couple more of those today. You had a couple tough ones. I know you had that Vegas. You were on that Vegas one pretty big.
Yeah, Vegas went down early, and then just couldn't climb out. They had, like I said, great second period. I'm some of the best hockey I'd ever seen. And I think what really obviously that was my best bets that hurt, but what really hurt was that Utah nonsense. I was on their team total over 112.5, and after scoring 63 points in the first half, I would have almost put a pink slip on them covering that 112.5. And then they come out and score like 40 points, 42, 43 points, and don't hit it. It's just it's terrible.
Yeah, no, that's tough. I was on Jazz as well. We were both on the spread as well. So I mean, it is what it is.
I'll be firing back on it tomorrow too.
That's the 2 games in a row where the Jazz have just absolutely killed us on the spread.
Yep.
First one was just absolutely
that was bad.
But I mean, yeah. Take a look. It's our overall records. Still down some decent units. I'm trying to climb back, man. I'm almost at that 500 mark. Yeah. Hopefully a couple more days we'll be there, and a couple big days for you, and you'll be right there as well. So, we can talk about some of those NBA games. There was Utah, the Clippers. Clippers absolutely killed the Mavericks.
Blew them out.
Honestly, I thought about taking the Clippers minus the points in that game, but I just couldn't pull the trigger.
Yeah.
I just had a feeling that the Clippers are going to have that bounce back game,
And that's their ceiling. Like, that just shows you how good of a team they can just turn it on. I don't know what took them, 4 games to turn it on, but that just shows you what they can do, and it's
right. That's
when Paul George finally shows up. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I think 154 points, in regulation, that's incredible.
Yeah.
And then like we said, we had some tough MLB games. I was on my best bet yesterday. I went 6-2, and just so happens that one of my 2 was my best bet, which it is what it is. We're still at a winning day, but just the Blue Jays. They're up 4-0, and then they give up a few, and then they go back up 6-3.
Yeah.
6-3, and then they give up 6 runs in the 7th inning or something. So, yeah, it is what it is. That was an L. I had my Milwaukee bet hit. That was nice. Indians hit for me as well. And then, other than that, I had those 3 tennis bets, and then my esports hit as well. So, not horrible, but definitely looking to keep it rolling today.
Yeah, MLB wise, I had the Astros game 1 money line, and they took care of business pretty easily in that one. And then the A's Rangers over 8.5, and I think that hit in the 6th or 7th inning, and then ended up being like a 14-point game or something. I don't know what it was, but and then the Vegas one hurt. We talked about Utah; those are 3 losses there. The Padres giving a 1.5, and they lost outright. Just not a good game for them. That was number 4, and then I did have the Tampa Bay money line. They go up 3-2 with 5 minutes left, and then, of course, the Bruins score, and we go into overtime. Luckily, Tampa Bay pulled it out there. They had a great 4 or 5 minutes of overtime, and they scored within that time. And luckily that hit, because if that didn't hit, that would have really hurt. But we're back on it today. I had some good off-show bets to keep me somewhat even for the day. But we got some good ones today, and I'm going to get on the board for a best bet today, man. It's just the statistics are just not adding up. I'm bound to hit one.
We're hitting some winners, and it's just it doesn't matter. It's tough because I had a massive day, 6-2, and just
yeah,
it's how it goes sometimes, But Yeah, well, I think we'll definitely start hitting those bets, and then hopefully the good mojo starts going our way, and we start getting the crazy winners and ridiculous outcomes. But we'll go ahead. We'll get into this NBA card for the day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, first game is, let's see, we got Magic and Bucks. Bucks laying 14.
Yeah. I believe it or not, I am on this game. I wanted to stay away, but I'm going to take the Bucks -8 first half. I'm worried about a backdoor cover at the end. I really don't want to bet the whole game. And the Magic kind of just hang around, and it's going to be close to that 14, I think. But the Bucks are just going to come out firing. They want this series to be over with. They're ready for the next games. And I like laying. I mean, 8. It's just a lot of points, but they've won their half court their halftime spreads by the past 3 games in a row, and it's not been by a little. It's been like 15 or 20 points.
They didn't win last time.
Not last game, but the game
right.
2 and game 3, which were their best games. They won by 20-some points.
Yeah, no, they're up fat. Yeah, they're up big at halftime. That's why I was on it last time. But I like that. I mean, if I had to pick, I would definitely go with that over the Magic +8 at the half. I'm on that game as well. I'm on the total in that game.
Okay.
And the entire time, we've been doing the show for a little over a week now. I don't think we've taken one under.
Here it is.
This is the first under.
Here it is.
The first under of the show. Over a week in, I'm taking the under 227 in this game. I think that's a high total. I think it's a closeout game. I feel like the intensity will be up. I mean, the Bucks might put up 115, but we just got to hope that the Magic stay around that 100. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a super high scoring game. I think like I said, that intensity be up, and I think it stays under 227. So
all right, we're hoping for missed buckets for the first time in the show.
Under, man, yeah, no, I hate to do it, but I just like the value on that.
All right, well that's that game. I don't have anything else out for that game. I think the next game is what? Houston.
Yeah.
Man, I can't do another disappointing Rockets finish, so I decided to take the Rockets first quarter today, -1.5. They've won every quarter. They won every first quarter there is. And it was close last game. I took it last game, and it was close.
Yeah.
But they covered, and at -103, damn near even odds, I'll take it. And I know what's going to happen at the end of this game. Like, either the Rockets are going to be up 15 at the end and win, or it's going to be a close sweat again. And I want to watch the first quarter and not have to worry about it.
Right. No, I like that. I'm not taking this game. I'm done. I'm done taking the Rockets, man. I don't know. Honestly, like I think it'll be a close game, and like you said, like that you get the 4 points at the end could come back to bite you if you take the full game. So yeah, I mean, I like the first quarter. I'm not interested in that one. And then the last game you got the Blazers Lakers with no Dame. So
what's that? 14 points.
13-14. Yeah.
I think I think if I were going to go something on that game, I don't have anything official on that game, but if I were going to do anything, I think the over was looking good. I know without Dame it's tough, but I think with CJ and a couple other their role players, they pick up slack, and I think the Lakers lay another 130 on them, so. Yeah.
No, I agree. I was back and forth on this game. I really just couldn't make a decision. I think, I don't know, man. I think I'm going to take the Lakers first half.
Okay.
I mean, the 14 points is just, I think that's just
too many. Lot. That's a ton.
It's just too many points. But I think this team, like with no Dame especially, I mean, maybe the Blazers come out with a little bit of urgency in this game. Yeah. I don't think they can hang with the Lakers with no Dame. It's another situation. It's like it's so similar to that Bucks game. It's like, you just one team.
They can't hang.
Yeah, one team is just far superior, and especially in this one, I just think there's going to be a letdown early without Dame. So give me the Lakers first half -8 at
looks like okay -8 the first. So we're both on -8s in the big points land. We got a comment here saying no one bets the under. So we here telling us nobody bets the under. I personally don't bet an under. I know it's the first time,
but it's the first game, and I need some action, so we're going under 2.7.
Lots of missed buckets in that game. Lots of missed buckets. All right, that's all I like you said, 14 points is a lot in that Lakers game. So, but who knows? I think they close out.
I just feel like it's definitely doable, but I'll take the first half. So we'll go ahead and move into MLB.
Okay.
Let's see. MLB records.
Right there.
It's doable. I mean, we're not not buried too far. What's your first MLB game?
I got the White Sox given a run and a half today. We got Dallas Keuchel on the mound against the Pirates. Pirates just garbage. Just worst team in the MLB. We got Keuchel on the mound. He's pitched well. He's a great pitcher, and the White Sox are rolling right now. They obviously had that no hitter yesterday, and I like them giving a run and a half at minus 113 today.
Yep. Yeah. It's easy to fade a team that just got no hits. So I mean, I don't hate that. My first bet is going to be on the Cincinnati Reds minus 120.
Okay.
They've lost the first two games in the series against the Brewers, but I feel like they have a massive pitching advantage in this one. I honestly, I thought about this one. I really do like this bet. We got Sonny Gray on the hill for the Reds, and he's just, he's been an ace his whole career. He's just he really knows how to pitch. He has a 2.21 ERA with a 0.98 WHIP, which I mean that's really good. It's dominant. Hauser for the Brewers is just, I think he's average. I don't think he's near the level of Sonny Gray, and it's tough going with a team that's lost 2 in a row, but it's really hard to sweep a team in the MLB. So I think the Reds get the job done. Mm-hmm. And also I have a stat here. Players that are expected to be in the lineup for the Brewers have a career batting average of 164 against Sonny Gray combined. So
that is not good.
That is definitely not good.
I think you and I could almost scrape out 174.
I think I could go ahead and
lay down a couple bunts.
One through the middle, man. Yeah, 164 career batting average for the lineup that the Brewers are expected to put out today. So I definitely like that one. Officially going with Reds minus 120.
Okay. Like that. I got my next game is I'm taking the Phillies money line today, man. We got Nola back on the mound. I understand he got hit a few times last outing, but he has been known to bounce back. And Washington's really nothing special this year. Got a couple guys back in the lineup. Soto's back, stuff like that. But they don't bat well against Nola. I believe it was Soto and somebody else are batting 200 under 200 against Nola, and that's, like you said, we were talking about last game. That's not good. So I think the Phillies offense, puts up 5 or 6 runs, and Nola gives 1 or 2 up, maybe here or there, and the bullpen, believe it or not, will hold on in this game. At almost a pick 'em at minus 108, just the Phillies money line today. They look good yesterday, and nothing's going to change today, except we have the better pitcher today.
There you go. I like it. My next one, I'm going with the Padres, man. They laid an egg in the last game. Paddock is just, Paddock, yes, last year Paddock was our ace, man.
Yep.
Paddock, that man, I just remember he had a under 2 ERA for half the year, but he's struggling a little bit right now. I think he'll get it back together, but we got this year's ace on the hill. We got Nelson Lamet. He has been pitching incredibly. He has a 0.189 ERA, or a 1.89 ERA, and a 0.84 WHIP. I mean, the man has been pitching very well. And you got Taijuan Walker on the hill for the Mariners today, and I just, I think the Padres get the job done. You get minus 1.5. I'm going to take the run line at minus 110. I think the Padres bats wake up. I think we score some runs. I think that one should be a comfy winner.
Mariners scored all their runs yesterday anyway, so I and especially against Lamet, I don't. I'm with you on that. I don't see them doing much today. I think the Padres win easily there.
That would be Yep.
I got one more baseball play. Going back to another over. I think I'm like my record on the overs in baseball games hasn't been too bad. I got screwed with that Phillies one a couple games ago, but I got the over 9.5 in Colorado and Arizona today. They have two starting pitchers. Both their ERAs are over 6. It's like 6 something and 8 something. It's just it's not good. Arizona is a pretty friendly hitter's ballpark, and I expect the bats to wake up here. Colorado's pretty good offensively. They've been slumping a little bit, but I'm going to take the over in that at minus 117.
Yeah, and I'll speak on that one later. Yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll move on to NHL.
Perfect.
Hey,
my best sport, man.
Absolutely crushing NHL and NHL capper, baby. That's what I mean. 6-4. There you go.
My best sport.
Right.
I'm going back to it, and a couple of these losses I think I'm 1-2 on this team. I'm going with the Flyers money line today. They didn't look good in that first period, and they went down early and then couldn't dig themselves out. I understand the 4-0 score wasn't really pretty, but it was pretty competitive there through. We pulled our goalie real early there just to try and get one back, but 4-0 doesn't look pretty. But the Flyers are 10-0 off of a loss, and this is too good of a team to go down 2-0 in a series to a team that barely scraped in. I understand that the Islanders are playing great, and they're a tough team and pretty good defensively right now. But I think the Flyers Stars wake up. I really like the Flyers in this one money line at minus 110.
No, I mean I like that as well. I'm not going to take it officially. I know I've mentioned a few times I do have that Flyers future, so I'm hoping they get the job done, man. Let's even this series up. But I like that. I am on the next game. And I think you're going to be on it as well because it's been treating you well. I'm taking the over 5.5 goals in the Avalanche and the Stars. These teams like to score, man. The over has hit in all 5 of all 5 of Colorado's last games, and it has hit in 4 out of 5 in Dallas last games. So these teams score goals, man. I'm taking that over 5.5 goals minus 110.
I'll speak more on that. I'll speak more to that tune a little bit, but I like that pick. Both teams are scoring goals, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. I like that one.
Sounds good. All right, let's see what else. You don't have any soccer or anything like that, do you?
No.
No.
Thank God I don't.
That has been, it hasn't been pretty, man. But we'll stick to what we know. I won my esports game yesterday. I'm 3-2 in esports now. Don't have anything for today. Didn't really like the board. But let's see. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll move on to. I think this record speaks for itself.
Write it down. I'm going to be writing down whatever you tell me.
Get your pen, get your paper out. It's time for the Adams tennis plays of the day, man. These things have been hitting. Went 3-0 yesterday. I had 2 favorites, but I also had a dog yesterday, and that hit easily. Absolutely.
And I hit those 2 favorites in a little parlay action at plus 145, and that cash for me. And so I like I said, got my pen here. I'm gonna be ready to go take these notes down.
Straight winners, man. That's all we pick in tennis. But yeah, we got 1 dog and we got 1 favorite today.
Okay.
The first one we're looking at is we're going back to Naomi Osaka. I mean, she's just playing incredibly well. If she's on her game, she can beat anybody on tour. Literally anybody on tour. She had a stretch last year where she just didn't lose. Like she had, I think it was 4 or 5 months where she just, including majors, including other events, she just literally did not lose a match. She's one of the best players on tour when she's on, and it looks like she's on to me. So I'm taking Naomi Osaka. It's a little bit of a juicy line. I got it at minus 175, and I think it's probably moving a little bit. It's probably moving in that direction. But I mean, I just think Osaka wins this comfortably. She's 3-0 career versus Kontaveit.
Yeah.
All 3 dominant efforts. Yeah, so I mean, and I love that the courts are fast, man. I mean,
that helps her
with her power. I mean, the
Mhm.
court, she's just gonna hit that ball right by Kontaveit. I don't think it's gonna be any type of problem.
Yeah, I was looking into that one honestly. I had to look into some tennis because I know you've been on it, and I was looking at that too. Saw that her serve's getting back on track here, and she's serving the ball much better. But I couldn't because for me it was like minus 225 or something like that. It was just
I bet this last night at minus 175. Hopefully,
I like that.
Hopefully, I mean, you guys can get it under that 200 range, but I mean, I just think Osaka wins this comfortably.
Yeah.
And then my next matchup, I got Victoria Azarenka. I'm taking Victoria Azarenka plus 125.
Back on her. That's who she was yesterday too, right?
Yes, she played yesterday as well. She's yet to drop a set in this tournament. I think this should be. I mean, I'm taking the value. I love the plus 125.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the power. She has a ton of power. She was ranked number 1 in the world back in her prime. I mean, she's out of her prime now, but I mean, she's playing like she was back in her prime. And I'll take the value at plus 125. So yeah, those are my.
We should change this to Adam's women's tennis record because I don't believe you've taken a man yet.
No, I took believe it or not, Riley is a man. Riley, he's a man. Yeah.
All right. Just making sure.
Dude, I crush women's tennis. Like
whatever's working.
U.S. Open, 2019 U.S. Open, one of the biggest wins I've ever had in my life in gambling. Period. 2019 Women's U.S. Open. What?
Do you have a future too, or did you?
Gosh, dude, I picked 4 different women to go to the quarterfinals. Right, all of them are like pretty good odds because it's 120 something tournament, right? So I had 4 futures to go to the quarterfinals, and then I had 1 winner, right? 3 out of 4 made the quarterfinals, and I had a winner. Like, and each one of those, like I had Bianca Andreescu. She ended up winning the tournament. I mean, her to go to the quarterfinals was like 10-1, and to win the tournament was like 15-1. And then I had
U.S. Open's coming up here, isn't it?
Yeah,
we'll be on it.
We'll be crushing it, man. That tournament was absolutely incredible, man. That was ridiculous. But yeah, no, we're gonna try to stay hot in this women's tennis and tennis in general. So
tennis,
I like both of those. I mean, obviously, you're getting one of them's a pretty juicy line, but the other one, get some of that juice back with that underdog. We'll go ahead. We'll get into this this golf, man. I know you have some golf.
Oh, I got plenty of golf picks today. I got the shirt on today. I was locking it in today. I got 4 matchups and then a little winner taste action. But I'll start with the matchups. This has got to be my favorite matchup of the week. I got Billy Horschel beating Matt Kuchar for the tournament. Billy Ho missed the cut at the last tournament, but he'd been playing great up until then. He just started out with a couple bogeys and couldn't get it back. This is a long, tough course this week in Illinois, just outside Chicago, and Matt Kuchar does not play well on long par 4s and long par 3s. That's just not his game. Billy Ho's a little bit longer than him, a little bit more consistent. I just Matt Kuchar's known for being hanging around every top 20, but I really like Billy Horschel in this. He's been playing great since the restart. Only 1 missed cut. That was last week. He'll have it figured out on a tougher course. He'll play better than Matt Kuchar this week. And that's at minus 110.
Minus 110. Yeah, I mean, that sounds good to me. If you want to do all your matchups.
Yeah.
I'll get into mine because I have 3.
Okay.
But yeah, you can go ahead and do all your matchups.
I got your favorite boy. I know he didn't do you well last week, but I got Tony Finau over Viktor Hovland this week. He's actually a little bit of the underdog in this matchup. Victor's a good player, but he's just mainly relying on really good putting streak here, and you really got to be able to strike the ball well around this course. And Tony Finau is one of the best ball strikers on tour. I really like this matchup at minus 106. I think Tony has a bounce back week. And he just gets the job done. He's a better ball striker than Victor is. And I like Tony Finau in this matchup over Viktor Hovland. I'm riding back with my boy Daniel Berger this week. He did me well last week. He's playing better than anyone. He hasn't won yet, but he's playing better than anyone. We got another comment here. Kuchar still underpays his caddy. Yeah, it's still not happy with Kuchar on that one. So I'm definitely fading him this week. But no, back Daniel Berger to beat Rory though. This doesn't sound. And Rory's the underdog too, because he hasn't been playing well. We all know what Rory's capable of, but Daniel Berger playing. He's player better than anyone, and he hasn't won yet. I'll get to that in a little bit. But I like Daniel Berger over Rory at -118. I got one more matchup this week. And this is just disrespectful to me. How Tiger is the underdog against Jason Day in this matchup. Tiger at +100. We know Tiger's the best ball striker in the world when he's on. And Jason Day has been iffy here and there. And besides a good finishing at the PGA, he hasn't been that great since the restart. Tiger didn't have the great a week last week. It's just the putting. And I trust one of the greatest putters ever in the game to get back on track here and to have a good week. And at +100, that's just hard for me to ignore. I think Tiger has a good week. I think he sneaks into the top 20. Maybe he's there on Sunday. I'd love to see it. And Jason Day is just a little too inconsistent for me right now.
Gotta love that, man. The GOAT, man. You gotta.
Yep.
I used to always bet. I mean, every single tournament, regardless. It just fresh off back surgery. I don't care. Give me a little piece of Tiger just in case. I don't want to be in the situation where it's a Sunday and my guy is the guy I bet on is top 5, and you got Tiger storming the leaderboard.
Yeah.
Like the Masters last year. I'm pretty sure I had everybody except for Tiger, and Tiger absolutely killed me on that. It won't happen again. It will not happen again. But yeah, no, I like those. Those all sound solid. Hopefully you keep your golf shoe.
I have those are my matchups, and then I just have one little future. I rarely bet winners in golf tournaments. It's just too tough. But with a condensed field, great players, I like it a little bit more. I'm hopping back on my Daniel Berger train here, man. He is bound to win. He is topping all of the stroke gain charts, approach, putting, tee to green, just all of them. He's in the top 20 in almost all of them. He's playing great. Best player since the restart. Bound for him to break through and win. Daniel Berger this week at a disrespectful +1,700. I think he's like the 6th or 7th favorite, and he's playing better than everyone not named Dustin Johnson right now. Yeah. And that's one unit right there at +1,700. I love that.
You hit that, and just like that, boom, you're up.
And just like that, I'm up units.
Right. Yeah, you just mentioned the best player on tour, the hottest player on tour, and the man I will be going with this week. Look, it's chalky. I know it's chalky. I'm taking the chalk. Give me Dustin Johnson to win the tournament at +800. I mean, if this man shows up, if he plays half as well as he did last week, he'll probably win by like 5 or 6. You know what I mean? I feel like he's streaky. I mean, he had going into that last tournament, he had some horrible rounds, and he just absolutely turned it on. And I think he carries that into this week. And at +800, I mean, I'm taking it. I'm taking it +800. I'm also going to be on Dustin Johnson. I got to finish 12th or better at -110. So even odds. I mean, yeah, look, chances are I'm either going to win both of those or lose both of those. Yeah. I mean, he's on, and he'll probably win the tournament. If not, maybe he'll probably, like he shot 280s at the Memorial. You know what I mean? So he's going to miss the cut or he's going to win by 11 strokes again. And then, yeah, so I have those two, and then I'm also taking Dustin Johnson over Jon Rahm, full tournament. I mean, Dustin Johnson's the favorite. You give me +800 on him to win the tournament, and he's +110 against Jon Rahm. So I'm taking that. I'm taking Dustin Johnson. I get Rahm's probably more consistent. I don't care. It's Dustin Johnson this week. He's gonna continue. He's gonna win this tournament by. I mean, he won by 11 last week. Make it 20 this week. I don't care, bro. Like, yeah, no, look.
We need to clip that when DJ wins this weekend. We need to have that clip ready.
Dustin Johnson by 20 strokes this week. No, but yeah, no, I like it. I mean, I think he has better chance than anyone to win this tournament. And like I said, I mean, like you mentioned, it's tough to pick winners in a golf tournament, but I think it's worth a shot. So we're going with that. All right, best bet. It is that time. That's tough. It's tough.
Put that record up. I'm just mentally drained from this. It comes around to that part of the day where I get to watch my best bet lose, man, and not today. I am going back to the well today. 2-0 on this bet. It's gonna be 3-0, and I'm gonna be on that board for that best bet today. The Avalanche and the Dallas Stars today are gonna score 10 goals, okay? We got the over at 5.5. I don't want to be sweating this in the third period when they're sitting at 3-2. This game, they've scored 8 goals in the past 2 games. How this line has not moved to at least 6 is incredible to me. I'm just going to be on it. It's something I've won before. I'm not taking some MLS pick. I'm not taking some WNBA pick. I'm done with that. I'm going back to the well.
You mean you're not taking the Columbus Crew today? Columbus Crew.
I couldn't name one player, but I could have told you they were going to win that game. No, but they lost. But Dallas and Colorado, man, I don't want to see some 1-0 final. I want to see 4 goals in the first period, another 2 more in the second period, and not even have to watch the third period. This is my best bet of the day. Dallas Stars, Colorado Avalanche, over 5.5 goals at -107. It's hitting today. It is hitting.
Yeah, no, I definitely like it. Obviously, I'm on it as well. It's time, man. You're going to get on the board. I've had at least 2 or 3 where it's just come down to the last. Like, I had the Utah Jazz with the buzzer beater with Murray. Ridiculous. That should have been a win. I had the Blue Jays yesterday. I mean, gave up 6 runs in the 7th inning to lose that game. I mean, I've had so many that are just like right there. And I know you've had the same where it's just like, you're the best bet. We just have not had the best bet mojo so far. No. But I mean, look, it's early. We're going to turn it around, and before you know it, we're going to be plus units in best bet. I think I'm going to get that started with my my best bet of the day with the Rockies Diamondbacks over 9.5. You touched on it already. This game really just jumped out to me. You got John Gray versus Robbie Ray. I mean, these guys are trash. Absolutely horrible pitchers. I mean, John Gray has been decent in the past, but just not this season. He's got, you said, I mean, you've already mentioned all this stuff. He's got a 6.23 ERA. Robbie Ray has a 8.33 ERA. And what really pushed it over the edge for me, these 2 pitchers faced off on August 10th. Through 3 innings, there was 14 runs on the board. Through 3 innings. Look, I need 11 I need 10 runs in 9 innings. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. That final was there was 20 runs scored in that game. So I think this easily gets over 10. This game really jumped off the page for me. So I mean, I'm taking my official bet of the day. I'm taking the Rockies and the Diamondbacks over 9.5 runs at -110.
Like that, man. Like that. My official bet of the day: Dallas Stars, Colorado Avalanche, over 5.5 goals at -107. We're hitting today, and it's going to happen. Going back to the well, and we got one more comment here. The Columbus Crew are off today. That's a shame. The greatest team in the MLS. They should be playing every damn day.
I know. Yeah, no, it's a shame. But
let's get it today, man. We're winning tickets, cashing tickets today.
Absolutely, man. All right.